Hello, I am Nindy Kerr and welcome to Nindy's Creative Corner. Today I will show you a few different ways to dress up the edges of your cardstock. The first technique is my favorite way when I have an ink pad and don't want to get up and do anything. Anyway, it's quick and easy. Take the cardstock and just drag it across your ink pad. You can see it when you place it against a different color of cardstock. That was holding it straight up. Now if you want to get a more defined look, kind of drag it across the edges and let it bend some, and you get more ink showing. Anyway, that is a quick and easy way if you need just a little bit of definition. I'll also show you how that works when you have a punched piece. You want to drag it a little bit more and let it bend. But it makes kind of a interesting little pattern show up. Anyway, sometimes I like to do that. Most of the time when I have a punched piece, though, I use a marker. Now, one thing that it took me several years to learn was that these little lines here are here for a reason. This thin line, you get the little teeny pointy end. And with this the side with the thick line has your brush tip. So all you have to do is look at your marker casing to help you pick out which side you want. But just color the edges of your punched image. And you do want to have an angle, your marker at an angle, so that it'll show it better. See what a nice line that makes to give you just a little bit of definition to your punch shape. The third technique uses stamping sponges. These come 3 to a package. I never use them whole. I cut them into 1/6, although some people like them cut into 1/8. That just doesn't give me quite enough. You just cut with a pair of scissors. They don't have to be perfect. And you rub it around vigorously, especially with these new ink pads, to get ink onto your sponge. You can pounce to give just a little hint of color. And it is a very light hint of color with a little texture. Or the technique I usually use when I want to do the edges is swirling. Just do little circular motions. This also emphasizes your edge. Anyway, quick and easy. You do tend to sometimes get ink on your fingers though, but that's okay. The fourth technique uses sponge daubers. They come in a package of, I can't remember if it's 10 or 12, but there's quite a few. They fit on the tip of your finger. You just rub them around on your ink pad to ink them up. You can treat them like a sponge. You can pounce. You get more ink when you're pouncing with a sponge dauber. Or you can also swirl, and you do get a heavier coating of ink when you use the sponge dauber. These are also the perfect size to fit inside shimmer paint, and you can use those to either ink up stamps or put emphasis on your paper. Anyway, pretty fun little tool. The fifth technique involves tearing your cardstock. I would recommend tearing it towards you and kind of pulling it to one side so you get an uneven edge. You can then sponge this edge to emphasize the tearing. Anyway, that's regular cardstock. This is the coordinations cardstock. You tear it and it has a coordinating color on the inside, which is really nice. So that's tearing. Stampin' Up! Introduced this nifty little distressing tool in the spring 2013 catalog. It has its own nifty little zippered container. Anyway, it has this round metal cutting distressing blade, and you'll notice it's different heights. Here it shows more blade than it does over here, and it gives you a slightly different effect. And this shows up extra well on the coordinations, but that is the one with the least blade showing. And with the most blade showing, it looks like it distresses quicker, and of course it does make the paper kind of peel away, but it does give you a nice little distressed look if you really enjoy that. I guess the first one curled it more, and this one just made it crumb more. And if you use one of the middle sections, you get a combination between the two. But a quick and easy way to distress your paper. I hope you've enjoyed the different edge techniques I've taught you today. Have fun playing with them. Happy stamping and edging.